You know, we see those stacks of wood everywhere, right?
Mhm.
Holding boxes, propping things up.
Yeah.
Pallets. I never thought much of them, to be honest,
Wow.
but I kind of fell down a rabbit hole about them recently.
Oh, yeah.
Turns out it's way more interesting than you'd think. And get this.
Yeah.
RoleCatcher, the career platform we've been exploring, they actually use Pallet Maker as a case study.
Interesting.
It's like they dissected this whole hidden world, and it got me thinking about work in a whole new light.
What's fascinating to me is how RoleCatcher goes beyond just, the surface level.
Right.
They could just tell you pallet making is in demand or whatever,
Yeah.
but they dive into the weeds, like with pallet standardization. Did you know there are international standards for that? Oh,
Seriously?
yeah. Everything from the type of wood to like where you put the nails.
Yeah.
It's wild.
There's a whole rule book for nailing boards together. Pallets.
Exactly. It's all about efficiency, making sure a used pallet from, say, Germany can be used in Brazil without any issues. Global supply chain stuff.
Wow. Okay, so it's more than just grabbing some wood and
Oh, absolutely.
banging it together.
The skills involved are actually pretty diverse. You need to know about wood types, how to use the machinery, quality control. There's even some artistry to those nailing patterns, believe it or not.
Artistry. You're kidding. Like there's a palette making Da Vinci out there somewhere.
Well, maybe not Da Vinci. But it's not just mindless nailing. There's skill involved.
This is way more involved than I ever imagined.
And here's where it gets really interesting. This job, as niche as it seems, it's like a microcosm of these bigger trends.
Like what?
Think about sustainability. Reusing and recycling pallets is huge. And then there's the logistics of it all, how they move around the world.
Mm-hmm.
Even automation is starting to play a role.
So you're saying this whole palette thing, it's not just about pallets, it's about how work itself is changing.
Exactly. And that's the beauty of RoleCatcher's approach. They're showing us what makes careers thrive in this crazy landscape, and they're giving you the tools to do the same.
Right, because the skills we have today might be obsolete tomorrow, right?
Unfortunately, yeah, things change fast.
It's kind of daunting, but also exciting. Like we get to keep learning and evolving.
And that's where RoleCatcher comes in. They're like your secret weapon in this constantly shifting job market.
Okay, I like that. So how does it actually work, though? Like, if I'm interested in becoming a palette artist.
Well, first off, I love that, palette artist.
That have goals.
Exactly. But seriously, they have all these features to help you, like skill matching, for example. They can help you identify roles that fit what you're already good at.
So it's not just like, here's a million job postings, good luck.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
They actually help you figure out what you should be applying for.
That's huge. So much better than just blindly sending out resumes.
Exactly. And it goes beyond just skill matching, too. They have interview prep features. They have interview prep features.
Okay, so they don't just
Thousands of questions.
leave you hanging after the skill matching.
You can walk into any interview feeling way more confident
What else do they have?
and prepared. And it's not just like generic stuff either. They tailor the questions to the specific role and industry.
Okay, so like for our aspiring palette artist out there.
Exactly. They could practice answering questions about different wood types or how they approach quality control, things like that.
It's like they've gamified career development.
Kind of, yeah. Makes it fun, engaging.
Accessible. And having that kind of support system at your fingertips, that's got to be huge.
Absolutely. And it's not just about landing the job either. They have career pathing tools to help you think long term. Like, what are your goals? Where do you see yourself in 5, 10 years?
Okay, so if I'm feeling kind of lost in my career, they can help me sort it out.
Exactly. They help you connect the dots between your skills, your interests, and like what you actually want out of a career.
Wow. I gotta say, I'm really impressed with RoleCatcher. They've really thought of everything.
They have. It's not just another job board. It's like a whole ecosystem for career development.
That's a good way to put it. An ecosystem. Because it's not just about finding a job, right?
Right. It's about empowering people, giving them the tools to take control of their own careers, no matter where they're starting from.
This has been an eye-opening deep dive. I mean, we started with wood pallets. Who knew we'd be talking about the future of work and everything?
It's funny how those connections work, right? You start with something simple, and it opens up all these new ways of thinking.
Yeah, it's like what other hidden opportunities are out there that we're just not seeing.
That's the question, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's so easy to just go through life on autopilot, but there's so much more out there if you just know where to look.
It's like that saying, there are no boring jobs, only boring ways of looking at them.
Exactly. It's all about perspective, asking questions, being curious. And RoleCatcher, they just give you a framework for doing that in a way that benefits your career.
So instead of just looking at another job posting and being like, ugh, another day, another dollar. Right, exactly. They're saying, hey, what are you curious about?
Yeah.
Let's explore that and turn it into something awesome.
I love that. That's exactly what it is.
And who knows, maybe by understanding the journey of a pallet maker, someone listening right now will stumble upon their own hidden passion.
Wouldn't that be something?
What if everyone has a pallet moment waiting to be discovered, you know?
Totally.
Something that seems kind of ordinary at first glance.
Right.
But when you really dig in...
Yeah, you're like, whoa, there's a whole world here.
Exactly. It could spark a whole new career path, a new passion.
Or even just a new way of looking at things.
RoleCatcher just helps you do that, you know?
To give you that little nudge.
It's like they're saying, don't settle for a boring job. Come find something you're actually curious about.
Because when you're curious, that's when the magic happens. That's how you stumble onto those hidden opportunities.
This whole deep dive has been pretty amazing, don't you think?
Totally agree.
I mean, we started with wood pallet.
And look where we ended up, talking about unlocking hidden potential and navigating the future of work.
Who would have thought those two things even went together, right?
It just goes to show sometimes the most unexpected journeys lead to the most profound insights. You just got to be open to it.
Couldn't have said it better myself. So to wrap things up, big thanks to RoleCatcher for not only connecting people to jobs, but for giving them the knowledge and inspiration to truly own their careers.
Here.
And to everyone listening, we challenge you to embrace that same spirit of exploration. What's your palette? What hidden world will you discover today?